Hello everyone. So you might have come across a door in the Path to Devotion, and it's locked if you don't do this following quest line. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna help you out with. So starting in the Defiled Sepulchre, the Vestige of Rannoch, this should be like the very first one in the game. You're gonna basically run past the boss arena where you fight the Light Reaper for the first time, and then you're gonna want to turn right, and we're gonna go over there and pick up something called the Flayed Skin. And so I did have a video on this on when I picked it up. I didn't know what it did at the time. So basically, I'm just going to show you where I picked it up that first time. And except this time, at least I'll know what to do with it. So right here is going to be a dead end, but this is where I picked it up. And so I'll show what it looks like in my inventory. And so basically this will start the whole quest line. So yeah, just make sure you grab it. And then yeah, even if you go into the Umbral Realm here, you'll see another door locked, kind of like the one I'm trying to show you how to get in. And so yeah, by the end of this, you should be able to get in here. So now we're in Lower Calrat at the Vestige of Sebastian, and so what we need to do is we need to find some stigmas. Stigmas are the things that are like when you soulfly them, it kind of gives you like some insight to what happened, like some memories basically. And so yeah, this first one is just going to be right here. If you need to cross the bridge, use your lamp or just go into the Umbral Realm. And you'll see this Crusader right here. Just make sure you soulfly it, get the memory, and you should get an item as well, which I did also do a video on this one, and same thing, I was like lost on what it was for. So yeah, I'll show the item I got. Should be this wooden Dark Crusader cross, and so once you have it, we're gonna head to the next one. So now I'm in Fee for 5, however it's pronounced, the Vestiges Vornil. So to get here, you will need the 5 key from Andreas, and he'll be right next to the Vestige of Skyrest. And yeah, like after a certain boss, he'll go there. If you were able to get the Calrat stigma, then you should be able to get the key from Andreas by now.
And in the darkness through which I fight, for it seems to encroach ever closer, and I fear the weight of this profane work will crush me. Or worse. As ever, I turn to you in my moment of doubt, and will endeavor to remember that this role which perturbs me so is merely a necessity in the performance of your will. And in that, I vow to be resolute. Please continue to hold my brother Samuel in your radiant embrace forevermore. In light we walk.
So on to our next stigma at the Vestige of Loesch. We are going to run past this boss room real quick and just jump down the ladder on our right. Nothing too complicated, we're just going to keep going straight for now. And so we want to jump down this ladder as well. And then we're going to have to enter the Umbral Realm pretty soon because you can see all this water on our left. So be careful because forward is the Light Reaper boss. He will just spawn and mess you up. Although I think it is a one-time spawn, so yeah. So anyways, once the water's cleared in the Umbral Realm, we can just come to the left right here and just follow this path right up. And the Stigma will just be like pretty much on the ground. I mean, you'll see why. So we're back at the Path to Devotion where I actually started the video. At the Vestige of Dieter, we're going to run towards this final stigma, the 4th one. And this one is going to allow us to get into that door I showed. And yeah, I want to show it because he is actually the Dark Crusader from the opening cinematic. And I thought it was awesome that we get some voice acting from him and just get to learn more about him.
Sullying my soul with such a heretical burden, I cannot help but feel like this path only leads me, leads all of us, further from Aureus's light, not closer to it. Exactor, there must be some other way.
So you deem my guidance injudicious?
No,
And your soul of greater significance than the world entire, and all other souls upon it?
No.
For one whose family name bears the shame it does, Isaac, you exhibit an unfortunate tendency toward recalcitrance. I would be discontented if the hubris to which your brother succumbed was confirmed a familial sin. Look to the damnatory skin you carry, Paladin, for that is your true burden, not the umbral lamp.
So after that final stigma, the door should just be gone now. Like, you don't even have to open it. It's just going to be gone when we head there now. So like I said, the door's just gone now, so you don't even have to open it, but you are going to have to soulflate this bridge so you can get across. And yeah, the archer that's like right behind me, he actually shot me a few times during my attempts at killing this boss, and he was pretty annoying. So yeah, just a heads up. It's kind of random, but kind of annoying. And so yeah, to start this boss fight, you got to actually soulflate him. So about this boss, I mean, there's not much to say, but I mean, honestly, I thought he was a pretty fun boss. The NPC humanoid bosses are honestly always the most challenging and fun for me. And yeah, he got me a few times. He will actually par you. He'll like do a finisher on you. He's pretty cool. It's an honor to fight the previous sniper. Yeah, so he seemed to like get stuck here, which I didn't like, because honestly, I wanted to enjoy the fight. So yeah, I don't know. I was like waiting for him to come out. Ended up getting hit by the lightning a bit. And yeah, thankfully he fixed, because yeah, I didn't want to cheese this fight. I was really enjoying it too much. The hardest thing was like he kept spamming this heal. Like he would get it off like a handful of times. So realistically, his health bar is like at least twice as big, if not 3 times as big. But yeah, you want to stay on him and just keep pressuring him, I guess. Try and stagger him if you can. So remember, once that stamina bar is depleted, you can kick him. Now we can get a Grievous Strike in. Honestly, there's no way he got that off. Just saying. So once you beat him, we're gonna get the umbral tinged flayed skin, and we're gonna head back to where we got the first flayed skin, which was the Vestige of Rannick, the very first vestige you should have right here. Now that we have the umbral tinged flayed skin, we can actually use it to open the door we couldn't before. Right here, we just want to enter the Umbral Realm, that way we can interact with the door. And just use the skin. And then you're going to be able to get Isaac's armor and his sword. So to finish this off and get the Dark Crusader class, we need to continue the quest in the Empyrean. So I'll start with a Vestige, and I'll try and avoid taking shortcuts unless I show how to get them. Anyways, we're just going to run up the stairs, and the first thing you got to do is we're going to have to enter the Umbral Realm and run up this spiral staircase on the left side. Otherwise, if you run up there without being in the Umbral Realm, there will just be nothing there. So coming out to the left over here, we can sulflate this thing, and that way we can jump across. And then we have to sulflate this thing outwards, and then we can reach the other thing we gotta sulflate to clear up a door. So I had to get the Reaper off me, but if you don't have it, there is a healing upgrade, or a Saintly Quintessence to the left side. And if you do have it, and you're just looking for the key, just come over here, it's in this chest. And then this key, once we have it, we're gonna go back downstairs and use it on that giant gate. So once the gate's open, just run to the back of the room, and there will be a boss fight once you jump off the platform. After the boss, run towards the beacon, and the gate should just be unlocked. It was for me. And then, yeah, you can interact with the beacon if you want.
Make your cut, Ermengarde.
So decide what you want to do with the beacon, and then we're going to have to go back to the Vestige, and we're going to fast travel. I go to Upper Calrath to show it's now like blocked off with the Umbral Entity. And so we're gonna have to go into Upper Calrath through another Vestige, which I just go to Skybridge because this was the only one I could remember. I don't know if there's another way to get back into this area, but yeah, this is just the route I take instead. So I can't remember if this required a key or if it was just like a shortcut you get for coming to this area. But either way, this was the only one I could remember. And so it did work. Also, I think when you come back here, now that the Umbral entity is like blocking the area, I think there's some new items here, as well as like just new stuff in general to interact with. So coming up is a boss fight, so I decided to make a rest point right here. I'm pretty sure this is one of the new things, so if you're in the Umbral Realm, you'll be able to interact with it, climb this ladder, jump across, and then you can soulflay this thing that'll help make the boss fight easier. And then there's also going to be a chest up here. So we're gonna head back down, and now when we fight the boss, it'll be a bit easier. He won't have that like Umbral shield or whatever. And you can also exit the Umbral Realm over here. But if it's your first time fighting them, you're gonna have to die and then come back anyways. That way I can summon an NPC and then get certain quests done, because some of them require you to summon certain NPCs to fight the Light Reaper. Which for me, I'm gonna go with Isaac for now. Isaac won't have to survive the fight, you just have to have summoned him and then beat the boss, and then you should get everything.